Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and the New York Knicks are back on a little winning streak. The New York Knicks take care of the best team in the Western Conference in the Denver Nuggets. Back on our home floor after that West Coast trip, the Knicks take care of the Nuggets 116-110. We had the return of the starting point guard to the lineup in Jalen Brunson. He absolutely goes crazy in the first quarter, and then he helps out the Knicks close it out in the fourth quarter. We have three of our starters in Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle, all with 20 apiece. Significant impacts off the bench, like usual, from Josh Hart and Emmanuel Quickley. And our two big men, Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein, both did a great job containing Jokic as much as he possibly can against a two-time MVP. In this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts of the New York Knicks victory over the Denver Nuggets and why this stretch of games at the end of the season is going to be very fun to watch as we try to fight for the highest seed possible in the Eastern Conference to go into the playoffs. Now, before I hop into the video, I want to mention, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I got a lot of Knicks content coming your way leading up to the NBA playoffs. And if you enjoyed this video, please do me a gigantic favor and simply hit that thumbs up button. And more importantly, feel free to comment down below your thoughts of today's victory over the Denver Nuggets. Which players really stood out to you the most today? To me personally, I love what I saw from Jalen Brunson out of the gate, but RJ Barrett has been low-key playing really good basketball in his last stretch of games, and that's the first guy I want to highlight today. RJ Barrett comes out there with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 of 13 from the field. Now, the one thing about RJ Barrett is he's still struggling from beyond the arc, but that's not stopping him because he's been so efficient in his two-point shots, and mostly when it comes to attacking the paint. RJ Barrett's hitting his layups through contact with the right hand, with the left hand. He's hitting his little push shots. He's having really good footwork in the paint. And Tom Thibodeau is really trusting him in fourth quarter scenarios because we do see Tom Thibodeau really depends on the matchups and who he really likes of who's going to be playing late in the fourth quarter. RJ has been closing out games as of late, and it's good to see that because RJ is a really big piece of this team, and when he plays his best basketball of attacking the paint, getting to his strong left hand, and finishing through contact, getting and ones, and also playing good on defense as of late because I know he's been struggling this season, that's a freaking really good sign. Now, Jalen Brunson, his impact on this team, like right out of the gate, 16 points in the first quarter. Knicks fans are like, wow, we missed you, Jalen Brunson. The things that he does is just so unbelievable. I mean, we're used to it by now at this point of the season, but still, when he was missing time and for him to come back and do what he did in the first quarter the way that he did, the Garden crowd was exploding, welcoming Jalen Brunson back into the lineup. Just hitting step-back contested mid-range jump shots, hitting three-point jump shots, having circus and one layups, just like everything you want to see from a point guard. He does just that. Now, he did struggle in the second quarter. He was like 1 for 8 in that second quarter. And after having 16 points in the first quarter, he only had 2 in the second quarter. But then he still finished out with the game-high 24 points and did what he needed to do the most in the fourth quarter, hitting the clutch shots, drawing that foul on Jamal Murray when the Knicks, I think, were up by only 2 points and needed a bucket to really extend their lead. He gets fouled. He extends the leads to 4. And then the Nuggets missed a shot. Jalen Brunson gets the ball. I don't know why Denver did not foul him. Goes down the court, throws up the alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson to extend it to a 6-point lead. The Garden erupts, and that's all she wrote. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful to see Jalen Brunson back on this team because we know how important he is. I love what I saw from Emmanuel Quickley, stepping in for Jalen Brunson when he was gone. And of course, Deuce McBride as well, because when Brunson's down, Quickley steps up into the starting rotation, but also Deuce McBride actually gets entered into the 9-man rotation. So Deuce has been doing really well with Brunson being out. But then when you add Brunson back, it really adds another dimension to this team because we're trying to make a playoff push and we got to get comfortable and kind of get hot by playoff time. And that's exactly what we're doing. We had a 9-game win streak. We had a 3-game losing streak. Now guess what? We're on another 3-game winning streak. So things are vibing high with Jalen Brunson returning to the lineup. Now talking about Julius Randle, the beautiful thing about this team is we're so deep when even if Julius Randle doesn't have his bag, usual 25 a game, we don't need him to do that. He only had 20 points, 7 boards, and 4 assists. And when I say only, I mean that's not even bad. For Randall's standards this season, you may say it is, but didn't really have the shot tonight. 6 of 15 from the field, but I did like to see Julius Randle attacking the paint. His jump shot hasn't been there. He's 1 for 6 from downtown, but he was 7 of 7 from the free throw line, and he was crashing the rebounds. He was playing defense. He was playing hard, and that's the things that you like to see from Julius Randle. When your shot's not falling from the perimeter, how can you impact the game? Still get your 20 points, get your 7 boards, facilitate the ball with the 4 assists. He did have a crucial turnover late in the fourth quarter, but I'm loving what I saw from Julius Randle, especially with the addition of Brunson back into the lineup. Mitchell Robinson, we all know that there's a lot of things going on with Mitch off the court, whether him complaining about his roles on the offense, him going to social media, and there's a lot of rumors about him, like he's unhappy. Well, Mitchell Robinson came out there and had a near triple-double on Nikola Jokic. 8 points, 9 boards, 3 dimes, 3 or 4 from the field. Shout out to Big Meech, man. Also 2 for 2 from the free throw line, which is awesome to see from Mitchell Robinson. He also is plus 11. Mitchell Robinson has such a big impact on this team, and it really was great to see him have a bounce-back game because he was struggling a little bit, and that's okay because luckily for us Knicks fans and the Knicks team, of course, we have Isaiah Hartenstein off the bench who is playing really good basketball. Talking about Hartenstein, 6 points, 9 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal. I mean, between Robinson and Hartenstein, we are getting so many rebounds and a lot of offensive rebounds as well. Second chance points has been what this Knicks team has been priding themselves on, as well as Josh Hart being that guy to help out with those offensive rebounds. Talking about Josh Hart, what more can you ask from this guy? I mean, I feel like a broken record because every time I talk about Josh Hart, I say the same things because he's so consistent in what he does. 13 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals. He just pads his stats all over the court. Like, he is a ball player. He's a scrappy guy. Wherever the ball is, he's going to be there. He telegraphs the balls on defense where he just gets into the passing lanes and forces turnovers. He's there for every single loose ball. He gets every rebound that's near him. He hits those timely shots. He pushes the ball in transition. He is the missing piece of this team. When we acquired him at the trade deadline, this Knicks team has only lost 3 games. 3 freaking games. We're 12-3 since Josh Hart became a Knick, and I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Josh Hart, his impact is just, you can't even describe it at this point because we all know as Knicks fans what he's been bringing to the table, and the stats just prove it. 13, 8, 5, and 3. He does everything. Thank you, Leon Rose. And then Emmanuel quickly with his first game off the bench in quite some time. Didn't really find his rhythm early on in the game, but late in the game in the fourth quarter, he caught fire. He finished with double digits with 10 points, 3 boards, 2 dimes, and a steal. Only 3 of 9 from the field. But man, this Knicks team needed this victory. It was one of those games that, we exploded in the first quarter, and then the second quarter kind of went away. The Nuggets outscored us 39-26 in that second quarter. They retook the lead. And then that third quarter, the Nuggets were really extending their lead early on. But then the Knicks kind of turned things around at the end of that third quarter. And then heading into the fourth, the Knicks really played their best defense of the entire game. They held the Denver Nuggets to 19 points in that fourth quarter. And that's my biggest takeaway from this game. The defense was phenomenal. Going up against one of the best offenses in the NBA with Nikola Jokic and a fully healthy Denver Nuggets team. Because last time I'm pretty sure we beat the Nuggets early in the year, they weren't fully healthy. They didn't have Murray. They didn't have Jokic on the court. Today, they had Jokic. They had Murray, and Murray is a stud, man. He was lighting it up from downtown. And I'm kind of curious, what was Jokic's stat line real quick? Before we end off the video, guys, I want to see what Jokic did, what this box score is like. So Jokic finished with 24, 10, and 8. Wow. Okay, so I thought the Knicks did a little better on Jokic, but that just shows you how freaking good Nikola Jokic is. He still got his near triple-double, 24, 10, and 8. Wow, that man is a stud. And then Murray had 25, 6, and 4. But the Knicks, they played together, and they played with more a sense of urgency, and they played better on defense when we needed to the most late in the fourth quarter. So, guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Like the video if you enjoyed, and let's go Knicks. Peace out, everybody. Woo!